Hi, my name is Robert Morton, and I've been with Tableau for 4 years and started out here as a big nerd, and over time I have become a big data nerd. I've worked on a number of the connectors that Tableau customers use regularly to work with their data, and I've learned a lot about what customers need of their data in the process. So I'd like to talk a little bit about that now, and in particular what you can hope to learn from the Tableau Customer Conference this fall. So one of the things that I think everybody's come to understand about big data is that it's complex and it's a big ecosystem with a lot of pieces. Of course, the first one that springs to mind these days is Hadoop, but that's only part of what we're going to be talking about here, because really a lot of big data is still done in just traditional databases. It's still a very important target for most of our customers. And in fact, a lot of our customers have had a great deal of success with working with cubes still. And we want to consider all of these as pieces of the big data ecosystem. What's interesting is that there are a number of cross-cutting concerns that appear for any of these, regardless of which type of system you're working with. You're going to have to consider how to get that data into your system, how to get it cleaned and usable. And this is often known as ETL, and there's a whole collection of related concepts here. And on the other side, you want to make that data useful for your organization. So you want to understand, like I mentioned, about data integration. There's concerns about latency, speed to insight, and all the best practices that go along with working with these complex systems. Now, our customer base tends to be people who fit into a few different categories. I would say that we have a number of people who are trying to explore the big data ecosystem to understand if it applies to the problems that they have. Or maybe they're just curious because they've read a lot about it recently and just want to learn a little bit more. There are the people who are actually working day and night sometimes to actually implement these complex big data systems in their organization. And the last group of people I would say you might call experts, but they may actually be Tableau experts, or they may be big data experts. But either way, even these experts who are coming to our conference to talk about their experiences are also hoping to learn from everyone else at the conference, because nobody knows all of this, especially how to make all of this work to a successful conclusion. So there are going to be a really wide array of people's backgrounds and interests coming to the customer conference to learn about big data. And what I'd like to point out next is that we've got a number of tracks that are going to be helping organize the structure of the conference and grouping related concepts. And we've got a couple that I think you'll be interested in. I would put this whole group here of success stories in our big data track. You'll learn from a couple of customers. We've got Redbox and Barnes & Noble talking about the way that they've put big data to work in their organization. Which is interesting and rather rare, because a lot of companies view big data as their edge in competition. So definitely take advantage of the opportunity to learn about how they're actually making this work. We also have a track that is called Working with Data. And this includes talks from some of our longstanding employees and experts like Jock McKinley about how to take the best practices of visualization and convey information about big data in a way where the visualization is honoring the complexity that is under the hood. We also have tracks to talk about the speed to insight. How does Tableau generate the kinds of queries it does so you can really understand how to make your system work fast, how to create effective extracts and schedule them for refreshes on your server. In the teamwork category, we've got a whole topic around data server, which is a great point of collaboration for people to build and share complex data models that help solve these hard problems. And we have some tracks about data integration, some involving cleaning and structuring your data to make it useful in Tableau. And another one focusing on data blending, which is how to bring them multiple data sets together in a visual context in one visualization. So what I'd like you to do is spend a little time checking out our Twitter feed, TCC12, and at the end of this video, you'll see some links to some of these tracks, and register as soon as possible to take advantage of our discount, and I look forward to meeting you there.